Are you so busy at work that you don't even realize stress is destroying your productivity and killing you? You're running on fumes, juggling an endless list of to-dos, and you're going nowhere. Well, here's the shocking truth. This isn't normal. And in fact, it's holding you back from reaching your full potential. Look, I've been there too, trying to stay afloat, jumping from one task to the next, telling myself it's part of the job. But that's a lie. Stress isn't part of the job, and it's actually stealing your productivity and happiness. How can you truly enjoy time with your spouse, your kids at the end of the day, if you're so exhausted, all you have time for is binge watching Netflix and scrolling on your phone? Stress doesn't just affect you at work, it follows you home and influences the time that you spend with your loved ones. It stops you from being fully present and it leaves you emotionally distant and exhausted. So ask yourself, how many moments have you missed because you were too stressed to truly show up? So let's just start by checking in with ourselves. We usually store stress in the body. So just take a moment to really pinpoint where that tension lies. Is it in your back, your stomach, your neck, your shoulders, your head, your feet, all of it? Wherever it is, really pinpoint that tension. And then think of what specifically has been stressing you out recently. Is it something at work, a deadline, a big presentation, or is it something at home? Maybe an argument or a disagreement with your spouse. Really pinpoint that and ask yourself, how is this situation specifically being affecting me, physically and emotionally? Now we're going to start to really reframe the way that we think about stress. We often think of stress as just part of life and accept it. But what if we were to challenge that thought? What if stress was a sign that something needs to change? What if it's showing you that you're neglecting something important and pushing yourself too hard? What's the one thing that your stress would be telling you right now if it had a voice? Would it be to set boundaries, to take care of yourself better, to prioritize your food and nutrition? Whatever it is, really think about this and jot it down. Now let's deep dive into some strategies to help you reframe the way that you think about stress, especially when the pressure is on. So you might be working on big pitches with a lot of people relying on you, and that thought itself can be really overwhelming. But here's the truth. You have the power to shift your mindset, take actionable steps, and regain control of your stress. Whenever you feel stressed in these high pressure situations, ask yourself these 3 questions that can help you regain perspective. What's the worst case scenario? Is this situation as big as I'm making it? What's one small action I can take right now to regain control? So every question is going to have a positive and negative response, and it's your job to do the work in finding that positive response, because when you're stressed, your mind automatically focuses on the worst outcome. So for example, what's the worst case scenario? If you fail at the presentation, if you lose the pitch, is your career going to end? Or are you going to lose your job potentially? And then consider an alternative. Is this something that you could recover from? Something that you could learn and grow from to go back stronger into the next pitch? And if so, is it really the end of the world? That leads you to the next question of, is this as big as I'm making it out to be? So is this pressure you're feeling proportional to the situation? Or are you amplifying it because you're focused on the potential negative outcome? So a positive thought might be, I need to remember that this one pitch doesn't define me as a person, my career, or the future of my company. And that takes me to the 3rd question. What's the one small action that I can do right now to regain control? Maybe it's reviewing your pitch again with fresh eyes after a good night's sleep, delegating to your team, setting boundaries, reorganizing your calendar. But whatever it is, it's within your control. Now just take a moment to ask yourself, Now you've considered a positive possible outcome to a stressful situation. How does it change your view of the pressure and stress that you're under right now? So when we're stressed, our focus narrows and we get stuck in a cycle of negativity. So let's try something a little bit different. Now I want you to physically move. Shake your head, shake your hands, your feet, wiggle your toes, get up and move around. Whatever it is, move. And look, it might feel silly at first, but movement helps you shift your focus from that stress state. And so I promise you, it will be worth it. Now, when you're moving, think about this. Movement activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the side of the nervous system focused on rest and digest. Because when we're stressed, our bodies are in fight or flight. And so we need that physical movement to really reset our state. So when we move, our body naturally releases endorphins, a natural mood booster. This shifts our focus and helps us create a sense of relaxation and clarity. So imagine this, you shift your focus to a potential positive outcome of a stressful situation, add in a little movement, and you're flying. But like we said in the beginning, stress doesn't just affect us, it affects the people around us. So ask yourself this, how often, how many nights a week do you come home feeling so drained that you don't have energy left to give to your family or your partner? And ask yourself this final question. If you did that, what positive impact would it have on your relationship? So remember, you can reframe the way that you think about stress by focusing on the potential positive outcome of a situation. You can help your nervous system reset and introduce endorphins by doing a little movement. And you can build stronger relationships by dedicating a set amount of undistracted time to your loved ones. So if you like this video, please give it a like, share with your colleagues if you think they need it, and subscribe to my channel for more tools for a life well lived. And if you want to check out my 10-minute guided meditation to reduce work stress, check it out in the link above. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.